Take 2. Well, Mercury retrograde is alive and well. Officially, it stopped me filming. So, second attempt at the water signs for the Sun, Moon and Rising water signs for Moonlight Madness, October 2021. So the first card I pulled was the Two of Cups. And that's to do with partnerships and falling in love, meeting a soulmate. And it talks about it's real and it's a good relationship. You can count on it. Two hearts become one. It's safe to love and be loved. Let yourself rejoice and revel in heart-fluttering emotions. Relationship seems challenging. Not this time to give up. If your partnership is feeling strained, continue to work on it, and love still lives in the hearts of both of you. Then I pulled the Wheel of Fortune, which is crossing the path. So the Wheel of Fortune is always talking about lucky breaks, a lucky cycle. You can also talk about like the Wheel of Fortune as like a 1 calendar year before all the things that are meant to come to you will come to you properly or all together. So you might start to meet someone this coming month, and then in a year's time, you'll end up being with that person after dating for a year. So the Wheel of Fortune is also talks about gambling, like to be a bit of a risk taker. Delays are over, time to get moving, making hopeful changes. This card heralds happy synchronicities, fortune. So some of you are involved with stock market movement, forward, moving house. Surround yourself with positive people. In the past, you've got the, where do I get the Star? That's in the like very past. It's to do with Aquarian energy. So someone in your past was very uplifting, insightful, optimistic, made healthy choices, was doing everything to work on their very best self. And the energy of the Star is also being in the public spotlight, in the arena. You might have been in a job where you got lots of, you got well known within your particular field of work. So that's inspiring, and it's to do with natural therapies, natural sciences. So maybe in the past you've looked after yourself with natural based things, and water loving, water seeking, people that need to be outdoors in order to get recharged and re-energized is what it's talking about. Then in the recent past you've got the Chariot. The Chariot is to do with forward movement, to stay centered, modes of transport, work-related travel, great job offers so far, and strong and determined. Move into spotlight, be genuine and optimistic in interactions with people and the public. Then we've got the Nine of Swords. This is to do with sleep problems, nightmares, panic attacks, overthinking, overanalyzing. Everyone's probably doing that at the moment. This could pretty much talk about the whole world. Everyone's overanalyzing, overreaching, overthinking, not sleeping properly. So I put the Howlite crystal for Howlite because that helps with sleep. Some of you need a little bit of help. The world, and it's also taking on the problems of the world. The world is focused on worst case scenarios, so maybe you're taking the problems of the world and trying to help everyone in the world, but you can't do that. You're just a human being. You need to cleanse your aura, go for a walk in the wind, go for a dip in the water. You need to clean your aura, your esoteric planes. Things will get better soon. Breathe. Stress builds up because from success becomes stress. Takes a physical and emotional toll on you. Nurture yourself. Get a massage, a Reiki, or a spa day. Fears, strength, future, power of kindness, forgiving yourself and others, overcoming obstacles through grace and willpower, and having patience with others. This is in your future, which you've got. I've gotten the Tiger's Eye to represent the Leo energy of the Strength card. So it's saying, don't think kindness is weakness. It's no weakness to show kindness. It's a strength of character rather than a flaw. So it's saying that don't be afraid to be vulnerable. Everyone has feelings, and sometimes they don't always share them. It says you can show empathy. You're a caring soul. And then I pulled, where did we pull? Six of Pentacles. That's to do with banking money, putting money away for a rainy day, donating things to charity, donating your time, your services to other people. You may want to clean someone's house for them or cook them a meal. It's just a service-based. You do it because you want to help them, and it's like it's the circle of wealth, really. What you give out, you receive. So whatever good energy you're giving out, you're getting back, which is really cool. That's the Six of Pentacles. an unexpected flow of money, repaying a debt, balance between giving and receiving what is truly needed, and sharing the wealth, saving money for college or continued education. Sharing the success with others and those in need. Heaven gives back to you, and do your research to who you donate to, whether it's a charitable cause. Then I've got around you the Lovers card, and this talks about someone you're repairing a relationship with, if you've had a fallout, or maybe it's to do with you meet someone and you've got a choice between two partners, that being an air sign, a younger air sign, or an older water sign. So you've got the choice of the two. And it says to make the decision from the heart but not from the head. So don't do it based on intellectual shared things. It's to do with emotionally how you relate to people and what your heart tells you to do rather than your head. Sometimes your head can rule your heart to the detriment of even being scared to enter into a relationship because you overthink it, and that's part of the air signs affliction. We overthink everything. So it's saying that's what you're doing at the moment. And then it's saying you're going to go into being happy and harmonious with your friends and family. In the 10 weeks' time, you'll be able to reconcile or reunite with them, because of COVID's probably separated a lot of people from their families and loved ones. So everyone's wanting to get back to seeing everyone and making sure everyone's okay and checking in. Just checking in, even if you do it over Duo or something like that. Yeah, so that's what that's talking about. And you've got the King of Cups at the top, which talks about someone who is a empathetic person. He's either a Cancer, Pisces or Scorpio. They give excellent advice from the heart. They're a paternal type figure. They give fatherly dad advice. And it's saying you're going to reconcile your time with this person. If it's not a romantic, it could be a family member. That you've come to a realization that, you know, bygones, let bygones be bygones, and try and build a bridge and move through it, rather than be in opposition with them all the time. And then we've got Between Worlds. I got this card. It came up very strongly with the Two of Cups, Between Worlds, and that's from the Wisdom of the Oracle. The Enchanted map by Colette-Baron-Reid is also another one, and the Wisdom of the Oracle is her other divinatory card. The Fairy Tarot cards is by Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine. Between Worlds is the Wisdom of the Oracle. It talks about having, it's like the Temperance card, having one foot on land and on another foot in the air, and getting divine guidance from both. So basically tuning into your intuition and also from what you sense around you. It's very similar to, you know, making sunlight from rain, rain from sunlight. It's like combining two elements to create a whole new you, which is what it's saying here. The transition is becoming not one out of one situation and fully engaged in another. It's a temporary blindness and no man's land. You're in limbo at the moment. I think COVID has a lot to do with this, but you're generally in limbo. It says between the worlds is where you must go, of the tendency to make assumptions. This is a time when you are unable to see what is ahead. Cultivate curiosity, trust the process of change and growth, and you are done learning the lessons of recent experiences. In this place between what was and what will be is a state of making and unmaking and making again. What is essential now is to admit not knowing. There is great freedom in saying, I don't know. There is great freedom of the power to be unleashed. A mystery that is not yours to understand weaves the web of life within a divine matrix of consciousness rather than your own thoughts, feelings, beliefs, desires, and decisions. The seeds that were planted in the past are going to take root, and look at life through the eyes of a child. Like seeing a rainbow for the first time. Do so and you will not be disappointed. It's a time to explore the new energy between you and someone else. It is not a moment for certainty, but rather for discovery and curiosity. You don't yet know whether it will last forever, so allow yourself to explore, just to explore the sensation of finding love. Who do you like? What do you need? This relationship may be meant to educate you about yourself. What do you like or dislike? What values are important to you? You might discover through this introduction to this person. And then we have Time to Go, which is 45. 45. Endings, completions, walking away from someone or something because there is nothing else to learn here. You're at the end of one journey and have not yet begun the next. This is a moment to bless your experience so far. Take stock of what you've learned. It's time to move on to new experiences and a new way of being. There is nothing left for you to do or be experienced in your present circumstances. Take the risk and move on, even if you need to be in transition for a time, which everyone is right now. Your destiny is calling you. It's saying that the relationship is over, or at the very least the form this relationship has taken is no longer of service to you or the other person. A time of letting go, of knowing that your journey has come to its conclusion. Doesn't mean anything is lost, although this card could speak of a breakup, drifting apart, or the end of a soul contract. It is more about release than destruction. Remember the saying, if you love something, let it go. If it comes back, it's yours. If not, it never was. Endings are always a sign of new beginnings. If you want something deeper, walk away. Yeah, talks about risking into the unknown, walking into something new. You've finished your task. You can reassure that the ending will open up a powerful new avenue of opportunity. You've done all you can. Now trust the spirit will bring you to where you're meant to go, to your next part of your journey. And then I got empowerment. Empowerment. That's a nice card. I like this card. It's Mama Giraffe with Baby Giraffe. So sometimes people just need a little bit of encouragement rather than being told to do things a certain way or by a certain time frame. I find that encouragement works far better and gets better results than putting pressure on someone. Loss is a part of life. Let go and allow time to heal you. You may be entering into a period of where loss is a theme. Perhaps you're having to let go of a long-cherished dream. So, take heart. For the instant ending may have been for your highest good, a better and more powerful dream will be realised in your life if you can accept this loss. Relationships based on faulty foundations are meant to end at this time. This is the wrong card I'm reading for, but I was meant to read that. So maybe someone is sad about losing a job or a person, but it was for your highest good. It's saying here it was for your highest good. 54. This card tells you that you're being gently encouraged. You are receiving a nudge in the right direction to step into your power, into the dream of your life. New things are out there to be explored, and the nurturing power of the universe is giving you a nudge in the right direction. You will get the help you need and won't be alone in your quest. Every step you take right now is supported by the wisdom of the universe. You're on the right path. Keep going. So that's a good sign. I like that one. And then we've got One Ring Circus. So you might feel like you're doing everything. You are capable and competent. Independence is key now as you step into your journey. Others may not have the vision or resources that you need. Recognise that all the wisdom you're acquiring along the way makes you particularly competent, capable of moving forward with assurance. Self-reliance is important. Another aspect to consider is creating and maintaining clear boundaries between you and another. Be discerning about your partnerships at this time, and when you know who you are, have a healthy sense of where you end and others begin, you're able to enter into the best kind of relationships that will attract people who mirror back your wholeness. Interdependent relationships are always mutually supportive, stimulating and transformative. You can achieve anything at this time. So it's talking about being independent from others, but working as a team, if that makes sense. So you could be working in a team, but have your independence by doing something that's your niche market. That's what I'm seeing for water signs. So that's all I've got for you today. I hope I've answered some questions, and I hope you've enjoyed the reading.